YouTube, what's going on? It is your favorite misfit, Trouble Misfit, back with a YouTube video. Today, we are going to be covering a post that I did last week on my Trouble Sasuke page right here. So check out the post, like, follow my page as well. And also, when you come back to this YouTube video, like, follow, subscribe, all that fun jazz if you're enjoying today's content. Today, we are covering anime pages on Instagram. Yes, you heard me right when I said anime pages on Instagram. It's a very important community, in my opinion. It's not because I'm part of that community. I love that community with my deepest heart. It's because it's important to understand trends in the community, things you can improve on. Hell, if you're actually a content creator in that community, what are you doing that maybe you want to do differently or not do differently? Now, in that post that I mentioned before, I covered three things. I covered templates, stories, and reposting content. In this video, I will mention those as well, but also give you some other perspectives that I didn't talk about. With that being said, let's hop into the video. Now, templates in a nutshell, everyone knows what templates are. Any app you go on for content creation, whether it's Adobe Photoshop or Canva or over on mobile phones, they have templates for posts you can make. The issue with templates on Instagram, specifically around my anime community, because this is a problem with almost any other community as well, is that once a big page does really well with their template and gets the audience that they're looking for their perspective anime, like if it's Boruto or maybe Naruto or even Dragon Ball Z, everyone else, medium to small, either straight up copies it or try to mimic it in their own way. I love those who try to mimic it in their own way because they're taking something that they were inspired by and then making it into their own. But when you straight up copy something, you're just riding the wave of that trend. It's like when you're on TikTok and you're just seeing a dance and everyone's doing the same version of that dance. Like everyone's doing the same thing over and over again. Yeah, you might have a little more kick to it. Maybe your moves are different and maybe it's a different person doing it. But when it comes to these templates, I mean, I prefer, especially those who watch this video who know what I'm talking about, you gotta be different. You have to try to, at some point, establish yourself as someone different than the pack. I would love for you to be different from the pack. That's what I do for a living. If you look at my Trouble Sasuke anime page and compared it to someone like Boruto Zero, he's really popular in the anime community for his Boruto content. He does a really good job of doing it. His template's clean, coherent, you can read everything, you can get some good information, and you enjoy the post. You don't see his team that's running around all over the place. Well, technically, I've seen like a couple of people, like some small content creators have a similar team that he did, but kind of on the framework of you just don't see everyone doing it. You see everyone doing this little theme here of a Twitter post template, which has video options. So like most people just put a video where you see in the little picture there as well. That's fine. You know, I'm not saying don't do that crap. I'm just saying if you don't want to be a recurring theme in the community, especially around stuff like maybe if you're the Boruto specifically or Naruto community, just try to be different. Make new templates that are different from this and just make it your own. Like I do that as well. Like look at my template right here. Like it's not the same as what you're seeing over here. It's very different. Yeah, the video placement's the same, but it's not just a Twitter bio. It's just different vibes. The best way I can describe it is a different vibe. I pride myself on not trying to be the same person as everyone else. I'll do some research. I'll look at the top 10 pages that are doing well in the community and be like, okay, what are they doing that I can do differently? And then I just dissect and pick. Same element I follow when I'm trying to research about stuff like hashtags they're using or how they're engaging with their followers. Stuff like that is important, especially if you want to become pretty big in this community, especially if you see yourself maybe potentially in a career like I do in this community. Not just in this community, but just in social media content creation as well. So some things to keep in mind. Number 2, let's talk about stories for a minute. Stories is a great way to get engaged with your audience. That's why you see a lot of things like this, the versus polls that happen, because that's just one way of getting your audience engaged in you, making Instagram know that, hey, I got some engaged audience, show me some more love. And you know, then when people talk about the algorithm, it's just having that fun time of hearing people talk about that. Because if you go on Instagram or you go, screw that, go on YouTube, you just type in Instagram algorithm, there's tons of videos trying to tell you how to hack it, manipulate it to your favorite, blah, 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 blah. Look, I will help sum it up for you. If you want to beat the algorithm, these are what majority of the videos will tell you. 1, just use Reels a lot. Post more reels often. 2, do polls in your post. Do whatever it is that engages people. 3, post consistently. Now, all 3 of those options are correct. You can do all 3 of those and you can gain some traffic. But let's say you're starting from literally no followers at all. All of those tactics will take longer time. There is no shortcut to success. There never has been, well, for certain situations. But in this situation, there's no shortcut. The best thing you can do in this situation in order to get to where you want to be, and especially social media, like, look, man, I had an anime account that was at the high point 80K back in the year 2015, 2016, before I'm at where I'm at right now, where I'm at a follower count of 240 on one page, about 3K on the other. Likes, followers don't mean much to me. What means to me is that I'm finding new and creative ways to engage my audience. If you want a fast way to gain audience, promos. If you got like $100, just pay a big page to promote the crap out of you, and they'll cap to infinity and beyond, because quite frankly, it's their job to cap because you paid the money for it. But some of them will try to be legit, some of them will just cap. I've seen both sides of the spectrum. Join groups on Instagram, small creator groups, they will share each other around, build themselves up. Those help too. Me, I'm kind of like that outrider type of person. I don't really do that type of stuff. Like, I don't do promo stuff because I don't care much for them unless I'm getting paid by an actual advertising company. I don't do the club stuff. I used to do that stuff, but I stopped doing that just because I just want to be on my solo tip, my solo leveling. By the way, check out that manga. That's all kind of awesome. I just enjoy doing the slow route, because I'd rather have that slow grind, or that slow climb, versus just like finding my way out to success from the get-go. Like, I don't care much for putting money into this account, but I do care about the content I put out there. And for those who enjoy, I thank you. Whether it's on Instagram or even on my YouTube channel. Kind of sum it up. Stories in a nutshell. There's many ways to promote yourself on it. One way is versus polls, questions. Hell, even ask your followers about some music recommendations that Instagram has as a story function. Instagram Live, if you're comfortable putting your face out there, or maybe doing some kind of creative way of putting yourself out there, do them. Do not be afraid to get in front of this camera and say, hey, my name is blah. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just enjoying doing it because I'm having fun. Trial and error. Just post a damn thing. There's no perfect post, especially in stories. There's no perfect story. Just post it and don't expect nothing. Don't even fantasize about thinking you're gonna hit some super crazy number, because that's not the point. That moves on to my next point. I need all of you to listen. Put your face to the freaking phone or desktop, whatever you're doing. Also, if you're wondering why I'm sweating a lot, it's because it's a hot day and where I live in Pennsylvania, so fun times. But let's move on to my next point. For the love of God, stop worrying about likes and follower counts, okay? Let me explain in the biggest way possible. Your like and follower count will grow over time. If you are committed to what you do for a living, committed to your content, and you know your content's good, it will happen. Just give it time. Do not stress about what cannot be controlled. You cannot control how many people like your post per day, okay? That will just happen whenever they enjoy your content. I have had very unique friends on Instagram who's shared my content, and I've watched my follower count go up, my likes go up, and I appreciate them for that. But I also appreciate the fact that they wouldn't just do that just to do that. They had to like my post and enjoy the content to at least give me that gratification of saying like, hey, I like your content, I'm gonna share it to my friends and see what they like it. Because then they're just leaving the door open for now other people to like your content. If you're fantasizing so much about the likes, the engagement, the data is important, yes, to figure out ways to grow. But don't fantasize about the data to the point where you're driving yourself insane, especially for anime pages. The data is great. We get to look at data from our follower count to where you guys live in the world, the age range, male or female, hell, what times you guys are most active, all that's good stuff. But don't always every day check that data. I check my data at least probably every couple days, or maybe every other day, but I don't check it to the point where it drives me insane. I check it out of curiosity because I enjoy doing this stuff. I enjoy looking at it and be like, oh wow, this went up, this is kind of dope. But don't do it to a point where you're just pulling your hair out after an hour you post something and you're checking the data and be like, oh man, did I do good, did I not do good? And then you're gonna try to delete the post. No, keep the post up, don't delete it. Only delete the post if you had an error in it that you gotta fix, then repost it. If you delete a post because your likes weren't where you wanted to be at or your follower count not where you be at, you are not winning here. You're losing. It's a lesson. Deleting that post is failure, and keeping it deleted is pure failure. Failure is a lesson. Learn from it. Do not delete the post. Keep it going. See how you've grown up from the template you were at now to the template you were at before. It's greatness, okay? So keep the post up, especially for your numbers. But at the end of the day, moral story, don't let the numbers consume you. Let the numbers actually enlighten you and keep it pushing. And now, on to the final thing that we're gonna talk about, which is reposting content. Because don't we love reposting content, ladies and gentlemen, on this little channel here? We love reposting content. I don't really post content like that. I mean, I repost content on my stories, but like that's its own thing. But I'm talking about, when I say reposting content, I'm kind of focusing on those who repost content on their actual page as a post and do not give that person the credit they deserve. It is not that hard to give someone credit they deserve. If I find a picture of something I've seen on Tumblr, DeviantArt, all that, first and foremost, this messages that person. And if they don't get back to you, then don't use the photo. Don't use any of it. Find another photo. Use the photo from the anime itself. I get it, the photo look cool if it's your post, but don't use someone else's stuff without their permission. If you don't know who the content creator is, you can't find them, and you say credit to the author, yes, great. But if you actually knew who that was and you're just capping, you're a dick. I'm sorry to tell you that, but you're a dick. You already put enough effort to make the post. At the very least, put the damn name. On Instagram especially, there's a lot of anime pages, a big prominent one, bigger ones more than smaller ones, that just take someone else's post and post it without just saying, like tagging them or like saying credit to. Like, it doesn't take you that long. If you did that effort to steal the post, you put so much effort into that already. You can at very least just tag them, like put a little tag, or say, put in the caption like, made by blank. And then there are some pages where I don't understand why they do this, but they'll hide the actual person's name from the post thinking, oh yeah, I can just hide it and no one will notice. Like, dude, your editing skills for a lot of them are whack and it's noticeable. So for those who are bigger pages, please, especially on anime pages in the community, don't hide the posts. The people who made those posts deserve to be seen. They deserve the recognition they need. You already have enough clout in your bagging, so do not steal other person's love and support that they should get on their posts, because that's just straight bull to me. That's just straight up horseshit to me. And so, please, if you ever see a big follower trying to finesse, call them out. I don't care if they got 500,000, 1 million, or even 100K. Call them out, because at the end of the day, we're all just people, and we should acknowledge each other for our cool things that we do. Sum it up in a nutshell, there are so many things about anime pages on Instagram that you should be mindful of. For one, be mindful of templates. Templates can be annoying depending on how you perceive them, but then they can also be great because they can inspire you to do great things. So look at templates, be inspired by them and create your own. Be different. It's okay to be different. If you ride the wave to an extent. So ride the wave of a template to an extent, then make it your own. Stories are great. They're universally great ways to engage with your audience and do a lot of amazing things. But remember that there's other methods to stories that you can use as well. Like I said, the music recommendations, other polls, even do quizzes. Like I do every Friday, Saturday, I do anime trivia where I ask my followers 10 questions on my story function, and a lot of them seem to enjoy it. So I thank you guys for enjoying it, truly, for my Trouble Sasuke people that come to check out my YouTube channel. Thank you. And also, again, check out my page if you want to be part of the trivia channel. We're doing them every Friday. This week, I think we're doing My Hero. So if you're not a fan, if you don't know My Hero, good luck. Just have fun, play the game. And I also mentioned the point of, hey, stories is fun. Posting on social media is a nutshell and a half, but do not get discouraged by it. Just post your content, put the hashtags in, Be engaged with the audience, however you make them. Go on other people's pages that you admire, engage with their community. Maybe people come off to you after you leech them off. Do things to get yourself involved in that space, because once you do that, over time, you'll see the progress. Trust me, I'm there right now and I'm seeing progress in that slow climb, and I enjoy every moment of it. Numbers are not everything. Always remember that. What's the most important thing is your content's great. As long as your content great, the numbers will follow. Don't get discouraged by the numbers, embrace them, and keep it pushing. And finally, like I said, for this lovely post about reposting content, for my big boys and also my small boys, medium boys, all content creators of all shapes and sizes, when you repost someone's content, give them credit. Because if you don't be mad when hell runs on you. With that being said, that is today's video. I thank you guys for watching. This is Trouble Misfit signing out, and I will see you next time.